Hi guys! Today we are making dog things, care set. So what we're gonna need today is our dog, and also we're gonna need fabric. We're gonna need twine and elastic, scissors, a pattern, batting, fabric, pins, elastic, bow, accessories, and a clip. We're also going to need a dog as the model. Project number one, dog leash. You're going to need scissors, an elastic, half a centimeter elastic, which is about as long as you like, depending on the size of your dog, and a clip. So now we're going to take our elastic and we're going to take it through the clip and sew across the line. We're going to sew across and I'll meet you back once we are done. But first, we're going to take the elastic and we're going to put it through the clip, like so. And then we'll take the half centimeter elastic and put it through that loop. And we're going to stitch it down using our sewing machine, just the normal straight stitch. Now sew across at a half an inch seam allowance. You do not have to use a hair elastic if you do not want to, but I like to use it because for me it makes it look more like a dog leash than if you just used the half a centimeter elastic. So now we have it stitched together. We're going to take our dog and the other end of the elastic and measure it around the dog's head to make sure it'll come off and on easily. It'll also depend on the size of your dog, so make sure you have it at hand. Stitch across with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Cut the thread and it should be you test it on your dog to make sure that it fits perfectly. If it fits around your dog, you are good. I'm bringing over my doll now to show you how it looks holding the doll. It is the perfect size for the dog. Here is how it looks. Perfect. Let's keep going. Project number two, the dog toy. You're going to need fabric, twine, just simple cheap twine that you can buy at any dollar store. You will also need a little decoration, anything you like. I have this little felt bow that I cut out. And you should also need a little pattern. You can just draw this on some parchment paper, normal paper, just draw an outline of a bow on the size you want. Take the fabric, fold it right sides together, and place your pattern on top. Pin it down with a pin in the center. I like to use my standard long 1-inch pins. That's what for me works best. This is how it should look at this point. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to cut out the pattern with your fabric scissors. I'll meet you back once you cut all the way around. Here we have it all cut out and ready to sew. You're going to remove the pattern take your, and here it looks now. Next, we're going to take our twine that we have and cut it to about a half an inch or 1.5 inches, and we're going to fold it in half and place it within the pattern against the seam, and we'll stitch all the way around, leaving an opening for turning right sides out. If you want, you can also just stitch around, turn it inside out, and then add the twine at the end by hand stitching it on. I like to put it inside the fabric and stitch it on like this. Now we're going to stitch all the way around like what I said before, with the twine inside. Please remember as well to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Now we're going to sew it around on the sewing machine. Here we have it, turned inside out, hemmed and finished. Isn't it cute? Now we're going to add a little decoration. You can or cannot, you can or, I sometimes I can't say this properly. You can add the bow or you do not have to. I just feel like a little touch always sparks these up. Sew it on the sewing machine. This is my doll, Mini Me. Her name is Susan. Make sure to do just a straight stitch, no fancy stitches. You could also do a overlock around the edges to, tweak it up. But for me, I just do normal, simple etiquette. So now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna try it on the doll. It's a perfect size. Here's a close-up I'm giving you now of the close-up of the bow. I call it a bow. It's supposed to be a bone. It's a dog toy. Okay, we made the leash and the bow. Now we are going to make our dog bed. Our dog bed is about a medium size for the size of my dog I have now. So we're going to take our piece of paper. Just printer paper is what I use. You can use tracing paper or pattern paper, whatever you like. This is just for the pattern, so it doesn't matter. We're going to need our pen, and we're going to trace out the shape of our dog bed. So what we're going to do, I'm tracing out a rectangle that is the good size for my dog. My dog is about 1 inch tall by 1.25 inch long. So I'm going to make it a bed about 3 inches by 2 inches approximately. So it should be like this. You can see how it looks in the photo in my video. Now I'm showing you. So it is 2 inches by 3 inches. We're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut out our pattern. So I'm just using my paper scissors for cutting out my pattern, and we're going to cut out all the way around. Like so. And there you have your cutout pattern. We're going to put away our scissors and our paper, and we're going to start cutting out our pieces of fabric. So what we're going to do, I'm going to cut it 2 pieces of batting and 2 pieces of fabric. I'm using thick cotton fabric for the outside and lightweight batting for the inside, 1 layer on each side. So we're going to fold over our fabric, place our pattern on top, and we're going to pin it to the fabric. I like to use 3 to 4 pins for these small projects. but you can use, I don't know, 10 if you like. But that's just how many I like to use. Oh yeah, and if you're interested, please hit like and subscribe below and for more videos like this. I really need your support and love to my channel. Thank you very much. If you do such. Continuing on the pattern, we're just gonna unpin our pattern piece from the fabric, and we're going to do it now on the batting. So we have two pieces of fabric, and we're going to stitch all the way around. If you don't want it to be very thick, if you want it to be thick, then we're going to add batting. Going to add batting to the other pages. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our pattern, we're going to pin it onto our batting. We're going to take the pattern and pin it onto our batting, and so it'll have be nice and thick. We're going to pin it on, and then I'll meet you back when it is cut. So now it is cut. We have the two pieces of batting, and we're going to place one piece of fabric onto each piece of batting. And so we're doing this because I want to quilt the pieces. Will have a quilted look. You don't have to quilt it, you can just stitch them back right sides together, but I'm going to quilt it. So now I'm gonna quilt it, and then I'll meet you back once they're quilted. Okay, they are both quilted now, and now the next step will be stitching them together. Here's a close-up of the quilting stitches. So putting them right sides together, like so, with the batting facing up, we're going to put them right sides together and stitch all the way around, leaving a 1 centimeter big hole for you to turn it right sides out. So I'll meet you back when that is done. Okay, it's done, and we are going to finish up it by turning it right sides out, but I'm gonna stitch up the corner first because I didn't quite catch the fabric there, so I'm just gonna restitch it, and then we're going to turn it right sides out. Okay, it's turned. We're gonna turn it right side out now. So if this might be a bit difficult, I like to use a pen or a chopstick to like push out those corners, but you can use your thumb or a stick or a straw or whatever you have, something like pointy but blunt to push into the corners, to poke out those corners better. I'm just going to use my pen over here to poke out the corners. Make sure not to use anything sharp or you might poke right through the stitches of your fabric, of your seam. Last corner. Okay, it's stitched all the way around now, and push that corners out. We're gonna fold over the seam allowance in the hole, put the seams together, and we're gonna stitch across the opening. Pin it closed first with a pin. You don't have to, but I like to, just to make sure I catch both sides of fabric and the seam is accurate. Okay, so we're gonna stitch over now, and we're gonna also stitch all the way around our fabric. Meet you back when I'm done. Okay, here we are with with our bed. It's stitched all the way around, the hole is closed, and our dog bed is, guess what? Officially complete. Look at all those lines and top stitching. It's just the perfect little bed for our dog. So I'm just gonna give you a quick close-up of all of the three projects that we did today. We have the first one, the dog bed. Second one is going to have to be, wait for it, First I'm gonna show you. I just remember first I'm gonna show you how it compares to the dog. So, so the first thing we did was the bed, and the second thing I think was the leash. Yes, definitely it was the leash, and the next one was the toy. So I hope you like this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe for more videos like this.